Hello my lovelies, this is Lynn from LoveLynnsLife. Thank you so much for joining me again. Today we're going to be covering my new journal, which I've already been working on a little bit, but you will be seeing how I decorate the cover. I've been thinking of offering custom journal covers on my Etsy store, so if you're interested to have a journal with my artwork or decoration on your journal, let me know if you're interested in that and I'll have a look into making that an Etsy listing. So yeah, I'll be decorating this journal. I actually got this journal for free. It was with a Flow magazine I got for my birthday, and it's a narrow journal. It had white paper in it, white blank paper, and I thought, okay, I want to use up the journals I already have. I don't want to buy a new one, so I just thought I'd decorate it and try it out. I can now tell you that the paper is not the best quality, but I'm trying to make it work, but I should have tested it in the beginning. However, I'm glad I'm using up the journals I have because it's satisfying to see your stack of blank journals going down. So yeah, the way I do it, I usually add big paper first. This, what you can see right there, is part of the Patreon collage sheets. I started my Patreon in May, and each month you get a set of collage sheets, and yeah, this is part of the May collage sheets. The collage sheets will be available in my Etsy store 6 months after they've been available on Patreon, in case you're wondering. But yeah, there's also a lot of other content on my Patreon. Link is down below. It would be lovely if you could have a look and consider supporting me. Yeah, so I'll just be working on decorating the cover. I'm not going to talk through every step I do, because when I watch videos doing that, I'm kind of like, well, I don't need a narration of what I'm seeing. So I hope that's okay with you. The way I usually do it, I use old paper, book pages, magazine things I've collected. I have a huge stash of paper and things I've been collecting for years, so I always find something to use on the cover. Yeah, so first I'm going to add some paper. I'm going to add as much paper as I can. I usually cover the whole journal. I don't leave anything blank if I don't want to or need to. I haven't figured out yet how to add the paper without there being some wrinkles when you open it. I'm not sure if you're supposed to collage the cover when the cover is like laying flat with both sides up, or if you should collage it the way I'm doing it now, but I've tried both ways and both don't really seem to work, so if you have any suggestions, let me know. The quotes you're seeing here are also part of the collage sheets for Patreon. They're just quotes from Oprah Winfrey and Brene Brown that I really loved, and I've been adding them to my journals and journal covers, and I really love having that quote that is inspirational to remind me each day when I pick up my journal. Each time I pick up my journal, I get this reminder or this burst of inspiration, and that's really been lovely. I'm just gonna add some acrylic paint and other mixed media mediums. I'm not sure if I use Heidi Swap color sprays or not, but that is something I used to use a lot, or any other inks you can think of. And then I'm going to add some stickers and contact it in the end with some clear tape so it doesn't get dirty during the time I use it, because I take my journals everywhere and they kind of have to be sturdy and live through a lot. So yeah, you're just gonna see my process. I've been collecting a lot of questions from you guys that I've gotten on Instagram and on my YouTube videos and other things, so I'm just gonna answer some of your questions whilst you watch this process. I hope you enjoy. So, first question is, do you ever feel you're wasting time on journaling? Like, why am I even doing this? Well, yes and no. I do have phases where I feel like, what's the point, especially when it comes to writing, because I have the feeling that I am not the most eloquent or even good at expressing my feelings or retelling a situation, especially since English currently is the main language I speak, but my native language is also German. But since I haven't been talking German, I can't even properly use German anymore, which is also quite sad and annoying. I do understand it, and if I get back into it, it's fine. It's just, you really notice if you don't practice a language, it kind of fades. So I have that language barrier where I don't feel like I'm expressing myself properly, and I don't know what to write or how to put what I want to write into words. So sometimes I get very annoyed by that, and I feel like I'm wasting time on trying to figure that out because the end result doesn't reflect what I actually wanted to say. I do have that. However, I don't feel like I'm wasting my time generally with memory keeping, because it is such a pleasure to look back at old journals, take out the journals I've been working on 4 years ago, 5 years ago, even 10 years ago now, and it is such a pleasure and so heartwarming, and I'm so grateful each time that I have some sort of time capsule, I would say, to remember what kind of person I used to be then and what was important to me. And it's also wonderful to see how far you've come. So I do feel sometimes that I'm wasting my time regarding writing and that I'm not doing a good job of that, but in general I wouldn't say that a memory keeping practice, be it scrapbooking or project life or a normal photo album or a journal, just writing journal, anything, I don't think it's a waste of time at all in general. So, next question. Future travel plans. It's very exciting. Our travel plans have changed. It was planned that we were going to go to Oxford for 2 weeks in the summer, my boyfriend and I. But we decided that we were gonna not go there and instead take up my friend's offer to go to her house for 3 weeks. Her house is in the Caribbean, and the Curaçao is the island, and we're going to stay with her family, and it's such a gracious and a generous offer, and we just couldn't resist, and we're so grateful we're going, and that's going to be in the end of July till the middle of August. Before that, we're going to go back to my parents in Germany. My parents are going on holiday for a few days, and family's coming from Canada, so I'm going to go home with my boyfriend's coming too, and we're going to spend a few weeks in Germany and also looking after my dog, or our family dog, whilst my parents are gone. And other than that, we don't really have travel plans, but I'm very excited about the ones we have. How's uni going? Uni is actually going pretty well on paper. I'm very proud to say that I got enough courses and enough points to be allowed to continue my studies, to finish my bachelor in the next 2 years. As I might have mentioned in a different video, in the Netherlands, the system is that you have to prove yourself that you can do it. At university, it's much easier to get into university. However, you have to show up and put in the work to prove that you're in it and you really want to do this. And it's not just, oh yeah, maybe I'll just study art, or oh, I feel like studying law, and then not being able to deliver. So I passed all my courses. I passed them at the earliest possible moment, and I'm so happy and grateful. However, exam period is still coming, so for the whole of June, I'll be doing exam preparation and working against deadlines and having final papers to write. So that's not going to be fun. I'm going to try and keep YouTube going through that time, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to post 2 videos a week as I'm trying currently. I didn't succeed the last week, so we'll see. But I'm trying my best, and it's hard to juggle YouTube, Patreon, Etsy, and a full-time university stint. So yeah. And next question is, how do you balance uni and journaling? Well, I take my journals everywhere with me, so I have my journals with me at uni all the time. They're in my bag, they're often on my desk, and I do have my hands in them or on them a lot. But at the moment, I haven't properly journaled for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I do try to keep up to date in my Fibonacci and do the writing in the Fibonacci, because that is not very personal, and that's quite easy to keep up with because it's not a lot of writing. However, journaling, like properly emotional journaling, has been very hard. What I do want to say is the acrylic paint I'm currently using, I love using acrylic paint with this I want to say instrument, but you know, the metal thingy you can see there. Sorry if I'm not very eloquent today, but I love using that because I love making paint splotches that are kind of 3D, where you can see like tiny veins in the paint when it dries. I love that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm just gonna put on some music and let you watch me continue finishing this journal. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope you like this video and you're inspired to collage a little bit in or on your journal. Don't be afraid to collage your journals. I would say don't start journaling in the journal before you know how the cover turns out, because sometimes it could be that you really hate the journal cover and you're not happy with it, or something happens. So try to cover a journal to try it out and then see if you even want to use it. You could also do this for exercise books for school or university. If you don't like the subject or anything, just make your notebooks a little prettier so you don't have this, it's moss, I don't want to do it. Oh, pretty notebook. Okay, not that bad. I hope that works. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much to my Patreons who are supporting me, who are so awesome. If you want to become a Patreon, links are down below. And also if you want some postcards, some notebooks, other things, or collage sheets, there are a lot of printables and collage sheets on in my Etsy store. All links are down below. Thank you so much for your support, and I'm going to see you soon. Bye! Bye.